So around 10 to 11 in the morning, roughly speaking, to about noon, I did work on a styrofoam drawing of the Guinness bird, or could be called Guinness pelican. Either way, it's the mascot for Guinness beer. And pretty much when I got a significant amount of this finished, Dad basically suggested I put a Guinness bottle and pint around this area. And then a little later, I gave the idea of basically told what my plans were for the rest of the drawing, to set a backdrop of either a park or a beach. While we were in the car driving to go to Brody's on the Bay to watch a football game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions, which ended up being pretty jam-packed and exciting. It was enough that left I saw rooting for the Vikings, since I knew Dad wanted them to win this game. But in the end, the Lions won due to a last-minute touchdown. Since teams tend to go all Hail Mary when they're down by one score in the fourth quarter. In the first quarter, the Vikings only managed 2 field goals. In the second quarter, the Vikings performed terribly, basically allowing the Lions to get, I think it was 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals total. Since they ended up getting 20 points by the end, but then in the third quarter, the Vikings managed to make a comeback for some reason. And they managed to get a lead by the fourth quarter, only to end up losing because of that last second touchdown. I think both teams got hammered pretty hard with penalties. We watched the game with Dad's friend Bill. In terms of the bar, I was here, Dad was here, and Bill was here. The pizza of the day had artichokes, fried shrimp, goat cheese, onions, red peppers, It was a white pizza. I think for a white pizza, that's when it's either white cheddar or Alfredo. Either way, I know they at least didn't put marinara on it, since that would be called a red or traditional pizza. We ended up getting 2 orders of the traditional pizza. It's $17 each. Sharing it with everyone, I think I got a total of 6 regular slices, with, for the second pizza, Bill giving me basically 2 plain pieces, in which he picked off all of the toppings, leaving just the crust and sauce, essentially. I don't like it when that happens. I try not to allow for something like that to happen, but I'm currently not able to upgrade the main hall, because doing so requires a whole bunch of mana that I don't really have. I'm gonna go to the research bar. Bill gave me 2 crust pieces, so I ended up eating quite a bit. I also had a total of 3 cocktails that they had on the drink special, or the cocktails special, I believe it was, since I believe Brody's has a separate beer menu, but I tend not to get much beer. Oh, these are nice and small. No problem. I may have to either move that or get city expansions for the settlement. Which may very well be what I decide to do. The Winter Magic event starts in 7 hours and 41 minutes. I believe it's currently around 8:18 p.m. to be exact. The most recent thing I did was to do some Spanish lessons on Duolingo. aside from that, I've been working on polishing the 99th Dan Hamming episode. I may or may not release it this midnight. Not too long ago, I discovered that there's an animation I need to go into Bandicam for. Gotta write the name down. I'm not 100% sure what I'll do for the 100th episode. I might revisit an episode project I abandoned to work on the 99th episode. Or start an entirely new project. Well, who knows? From here on out, I may decide for nighttime scenes not to use that. Partially transparent black rectangle prop within Vion Studio. Instead, doing so within Camtasia 2019 or Camtasia 2021 if I truly am able to upgrade, as my TechSmith account seems to indicate. This is a brief little glimpse into the behind the scenes of making an episode, at least, or what it was like making the 99th episode. As an example for one thing, the work I did within the past few hours after getting home from that football game. Dad and his friend Bill shared a pitcher or two of beer. I think it was Blue Light. or something to that effect. I conversed with the bartender that served both our drinks and our pizzas tonight, talking about things such as my trip to Italy and Greece, and my styrofoam drawings, only I couldn't show that one in particular because it wasn't close enough to being finished for me to take a picture of it to represent a finished product or drawing. The fact that my blood donations, and then lastly, I think I briefly touched upon or maybe not, but and the fact that I go out and make videos like the 99th Dan Hamming episode, it was a maybe at this point. And if so, it was just briefly at one time. It's currently around 9 p.m. I managed to do the workaround for this Bandicam capture. The thing is, rather than replacing or updating the media as I did previously, I had to import it as a entirely new media, since part of that capture has Dan Hamming just standing, while another later section of it has him walking. So I had to go back into the project file to split the part, to split between the stationary method for resolving the shades problem and the later part, the motionary method of solving the shades problem, depending on whether the Dan Hamming is stationary or motionary. Currently plan on implementing the stationary method for now, which will require me to open up a video file currently entitled Unentitled, since I'm currently using that to get access to what I need in order to resolve the shades problem for a stationary Dan Hamming. And while I was at Brody's, I played quite a bit of Bloons Tower Defense 6. Primarily using Soda to black border the intermediate balance map after using Soda to beat the Chimps mode for that map, and then I beat the medium sub mode Apocalypse with Soda on the intermediate Enchanted map, I think it's called. Then I beat some sub modes of the hard difficulty on there. I believe Double Health Moabs was one I did. Before that I did Magic Monkeys only.